Welcome in, Ravenwood Raptors football fans. It's time to kick off the 2025 Raptors football season. I am Paul Hickey. Where am I? I am in Madison, Mississippi, where 79 Raptors players, including 38 seniors, 31 juniors, and 10 sophomores, loaded a bus along with the coaching staff, some administrators, and other football personnel yesterday at 3 p.m. after school, made a 6-hour ride to Madison, Mississippi, had a walkthrough this morning at Madison Central High School. Thanks to the Red Zone parents, coaches, teachers, administrators, and the Ravenwood community for making this trip to the SIP happen. We are at Patriots Stadium at Madison Ridgeland Academy in Madison, Mississippi. And the theme tonight for both of these teams is unfinished business. Your Ravenwood Raptors were 10-0 a year ago, finished 13-1, of course, lost in the 6A state quarterfinals to Houston. But they beat the eventual state champs Oakland 32-31 at Oakland, and are ranked number 8 in the state of Tennessee by Max Preps heading into the season. Coach Ricky Rodriguez, in his third year at Ravenwood, makes his debut as the Raptors head coach after coaching the O-line the past 2 seasons. It's his third head coaching gig of his career, the first 2 in his home state of California. Unfinished business for the Raptors and unfinished business for the Patriots, led by Herbert Davis, head coach of the Patriots. Under Davis, since 2014, these Patriots have made several state championship appearances. They won the state championship in Mississippi in 2019, 2020, and 2021. Finishing as the state runners-up in 2022 and semifinalists the last 2 seasons, although 2 out of the last 3 years they beat the eventual state champs in the regular season, just like our Raptors did last year, beating Oakland 32-31 at Oakland. The Patriots return 8 starters on offense, including their whole wide receiving core. Other than unfinished business, the theme of today's game, the people in Mississippi are calling it the Davis Bowl. Herbert Davis, as I mentioned a minute ago, has won 112 games in the last 12 seasons here at MRA. His son, Hayden Davis, who coached safeties at Ravenwood last year, is the offensive coordinator for the Raptors this season. More on that in a second after the national anthem. As I was mentioning before the national anthem, the people in Mississippi here at MRA are calling this the Davis Bowl. 12-year head coach Herbert Davis faces off against his son, Hayden Davis, the offensive coordinator here at Ravenwood. Hayden Davis was the starting QB at MRA, but injuries cost him all but one game as a junior, and his entire senior season, he was able to put together a college football career as a quarterback at Copiah Lincoln Community College, and then all-state. He was all-state as a sophomore at Delta State. But then injuries caused him to lose most of his career at Delta State. He then coached at Delta State and came back to coach the linebackers here at MRA in 2021 when the Patriots won the state championship. He was the defensive coordinator at Lamar School in 2022 and 2023 before joining Ravenwood as the safeties coach last year. And now he is the OC at Ravenwood under new head coach Ricky Rodriguez, as I mentioned a minute ago. So you are just in time for kickoff, everybody. And the Raptors will kick it away. Senior kicker Carlos Guerra will boot it away for your Raptors. Back to return the kick, Case Thomas for the Patriots. And it goes to Thomas. Thomas fields it at the 2. He's going to take it out. Here comes Case Thomas. He has some ground, breaks a tackle, and he's all the way out to the 48-yard line. Nice return by Case Thomas of the Patriots, and the Raptors D will take the field. Let's take a look at that Raptors defense, shall we? I'm going to name more than 11 names right now. Lucas McCullum, Sutton Gutting, Sam Rowan, Nathan Moser are your defensive linemen that will play most of the night tonight for the Raptors. Linebackers including Danny Brown, Hudson Husak, and Peyton Husak, the twins. All of them used to play at Lipscomb. Now they're all Ravenwood Raptors. Danny Brown in his first year with the Raptors. He's a senior. Linebacker Matthew Anderson. And the defensive backs, James Nelson, Jalen Pollard, Wyatt Appleton, Sawyer Akers. You're also going to see Dallas Stallings and Jay Little. This is Samuel Stockett, the Patriots quarterback, on 1st and 10. Hands it off to Jackson Jenkins, the running back, for a pickup of about 7 or 8. Let's see where they spot the ball here. 8 yards. So it's 2nd and 2 on the 48-yard line. Stockett's pass out to the right is caught by Holt Adams. And Adams picks up a first down for the Patriots with 11:22 to go in this first quarter. Again, welcome into Patriots Stadium. No huddle offense here for the Patriots of Madison Ridgeland Academy. Samuel Stockett takes it out of the shotgun, back to pass, and he has Will Jones, tight end, over the middle for another Patriots first down, brought down by Sawyer Akers of the Raptors. So it'll be 1st and 10 Patriots. Hurry up offense here for Madison Ridgeland Academy. Trips left. Stockett back to pass, and it's batted down. That's Danny Brown got his hand on it. Was mentioning Danny Brown a minute ago. Big addition coming over from Lipscomb Academy for your Raptors. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Ball on the 24. 11:03 to go in the first quarter. 3 receivers to Stockett's left. Jackson Jenkins in the backfield. Stockett back to pass, looking left, has a man, and it's Will Bezot, but it's broken up. James Nelson and on the stop along with Wyatt Appleton. Big stop there on 2nd and 10 for the Raptors. It'll be 3rd down. Just under 11 minutes to go in the first quarter. Again, I'm Paul Hickey, your play-by-play man for the entire 2025 Raptors football season. And Stockett, with the hard count, draws an offside penalty. Raptors in the neutral zone. So it's going to be 3rd and 5. Mentioned it was the Davis Bowl with Hayden facing his father, Herbert. But Ricky Rodriguez, Coach Rod, 0-0 as the Raptors head coach, making his debut as Stockett hands to Jenkins on 3rd and 5. Good stop there by the Raptors defensive line. Nathan Moser in on the stop, along with Sam Rowan. Sam Rowan, a senior, spoke to the team along with his fellow senior leader, Femi Babalola, before the game. Stockett in the shotgun, 4th and 4. MRA going for it. Stockett looks to his right, and he has a man, and it's completed to Holt Adams. That's Adams' second catch on the night. And the Patriots move the chains into the red zone. 1st and goal from the 10. Holt Adams split wide right. 2 receivers to Stockett's left. Stockett's going to hand off. Matt Anderson in on the stop. That's Colson O'Kane on the carry, sophomore running back. Coming in for Jackson Jenkins. O'Kane will stay in the backfield. It's a big 2nd and goal from the 10. 9:21 to go in the first quarter. Jenkins fakes the handoff. Stockett fakes the handoff, rather, and he had Holt Adams across the middle. Adams tried to bring it in with his right hand and couldn't get to it, so it'll be 3rd and goal from the 10. Nobody in the backfield now for the Patriots. O'Kane and Adams split wide right. 3 receivers to Stockett's left. Stockett looks to his right, has O'Kane. That's Jack Poole, rather, the senior wide receiver coming in, making the catch. Pick up a 4. It's 4th and goal from the 6. So Raptors trying to get the goal line stand here. But it looks like MRA is going to come in to kick the field goal. So it'll be Wade Hansford coming in to attempt the field goal. .847 and counting down in the first quarter. Many Raptors fans coming in on the broadcast. Great to have you with us. I'm Paul Hickey. That field goal is up and good by Hansford. So Madison Ridgeland Academy comes down in their first possession, makes it 3-0. Got many of you tuning in from Brentwood, Tennessee. Many of you tuning in from California, where Ricky Rodriguez's family resides. We've got Pat Holloway all the way up in St. Clairsville, Ohio. Pat is a super fan of the Raptors. Her son, Ken, her grandson, Jake, both coach at Ravenwood. Ken coaches the tight ends. Jake coaches the specialists. And her grandson, Teddy Holloway, coaching the Woodland Warriors, the feeder middle school for the Raptors. So welcome in Pat Holloway from St. Clairsville, Ohio. We've also got Lucas McCullum's family watching from North Carolina. So many Raptors fans all over the country tuning into the broadcast. Again, great to have you with us here at Madison Ridgeland Academy. The Raptors made the trip to Mississippi. And we got a funky little formation here. MRA's kick team. And back to return the kick, senior Cy Longley, along with Connor Gallman. Hansford's kick through the back of the end zone over Gallman's head. And the Raptors will take over on the 20-yard line. Femi Babalola leads the offense. Senior quarterback, committed to Boston College, had several offers, picked Boston College. Very excited for Femi and his family. Caden Pace, Davis Dolan will be your running backs. Charles Valach and Drew Parker, your tight ends. Cy Longley and Cruz Kelly, along with Jared Peterson, Jeremy Ramsey, and Taylon Vaughn catching passes. The offensive line, Josh Hosford, Grant Gullett, Lucas Goose, Lucas McCullum, and Cam Fozzalot up front for your Raptors. I mentioned earlier Coach Ricky Rodriguez in his first season, his first game as head coach for the Raptors. He was the offensive line coach over the last 2 seasons, as well as the offensive coordinator, did not call plays. Coach Will Hester called the plays, and Hayden Davis calling the plays this year for the Raptors. Babalola in the shotgun, drops back, and a flag on the play. False start on the Raptors offense. So we're going to back them up 5. It'll be 1st and 15. $8:34 to go in the first quarter. MRA up 3-0 on your Raptors. Babalola in the shotgun now. 1st and 15 from the 20. Drops back to pass. Looks to his right. Wanted Cruz Kelly. Incomplete at Kelly's feet. So it'll be 2nd and 15 for the Raptors. I am in the nicest high school press box I've ever been in my life. Credit to the Madison Ridgeland Academy staff here. Very welcoming, nice people. Offered me a hamburger before the game, believe it or not. I had already eaten with the team, so I turned it down. Got to get through this broadcast with you guys. Many of you tuning in. Babalola, an empty backfield, takes it himself out of the shotgun, and he's brought down by about 6 Patriots. It'll be forward progress, though. He was pushed into the end zone. A loss of about 6 or 7 on the play. Third and 18, so actually only a loss of 3. Ball on the 12. Babalola in the shotgun. Back to pass on 3rd and 18 and another whistle. Davis Dolan, the senior running back, lined up in the slot that time, showing some frustration after the whistle. Not happy about it. Third and 23 now for Ravenwood after another penalty. 7:43 to go first quarter. And the pass is to Cruz Kelly for a gain of about 13. Not good enough for the first. It'll be 4th and 10. Pickup of about 15. Babalola to Cruz Kelly there. And in comes Jack Henderson to punt for the Raptors. So technically that would be a 3 and out, even though there were several whistles there. Henderson's punt lands on the Patriots side of the 50-yard line, 49, bounces back and downed by the Patriots, down by the Raptors, rather. So Patriots will take over around midfield. Paul Hickey here with you for Raptors football season opener at Madison Ridgeland Academy in Madison, Mississippi, where your Raptors Made the 6-hour bus ride after school on Thursday. Playing out of state. And believe it or not, these Patriots play 2 Tennessee teams this year. They host us today and then Collierville on September 12th. They also play in Baton Rouge, Louisiana on October 3rd. So 3 out-of-state opponents. And they travel to Collierville, rather, on September 12th. So during this break in the action, I'm going to show you what it was like when the students of Ravenwood sent off their football team yesterday. More footage in a minute in the next break in action, but back to the action now. And Stockett hands off to Colson O'Kane again, stopped for a loss of about 1. And there was, I believe, a flag. So that was the break in the action. So a false start, and then, okay, here's the false start. So false start on that play as well. So penalty is declined. It's going to be 2nd and 15. So technically a carry for O'Kane. Stockett getting in the play call from the Patriots sideline. O'Kane still in the backfield. 3 wide receivers for Stockett. Stockett takes the snap, looks to his left. He wanted Will Bezot, overthrew him. Bezot got a hand on it. Ravenwood looking for a big stop here now on 3rd and 15. 6:02 to go in the half. Ball on the 49-yard line in Raptors territory, barely. Again, big shout out to the Ravenwood Red Zone, all the parents out there, the families that have supported us, whether it's through the Lift-a-thon or any other donations to the program. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We really appreciate it. Stockett in the shotgun on 3rd and 15 from the 49, drops back to pass, looks to his right, and it's picked off. Jalen Pollard has it. It was tipped by Wyatt Appleton. And a big interception by Jalen Pollard, the Western Kentucky commit. Great young student athlete here at Ravenwood. Great young man. Big-time interception there. Great play by Wyatt Appleton, another senior defensive back to get his hand on it. Intended for Will Bezot, and Raptors got it. So Raptors will take over on their own 34. 5:49 to go in the first quarter. I misspoke earlier about the time left in the half. It's 5:49 to go in the first quarter. I apologize. We don't have a clock graphic on the screen, so you're going to have to rely on me for that. Femi Babalola takes the field. And Jeremy Ramsey now in at wide receiver, junior wide receiver, near side. 2 wide receivers to Babalola's right. And Femi takes it out of the gun on a designed keeper, picks up a couple before he's stopped by the Patriots. I mentioned Jalen Pollard a minute ago on the interception. His father, Bernard Pollard, played several years in the NFL. Some years for the Titans. He was actually on my fantasy football team, believe it or not, playing in an individual defensive player league. Babalola takes the shotgun snap, hands off to junior Caden Pace. Pace has about 13 for a Raptors first down. So Raptors move the chains for the first time tonight. And the chains aren't moving, so the referees are discussing a flag on the play, holding on the Raptors. So Pace's run is negated by a holding penalty, and Stripes are stepping backwards. Ball now spotted at about the 33 of Ravenwood. So penalties killing the Raptors so far tonight, unfortunately. Down 3-0 here at Madison Ridgeland Academy. Some Raptors faithful you can see across from me made the trip to the SIP from Brentwood. Babalola on the carry, picked up about 6 on 2nd and 17. Caden Pace in the backfield. Jeremy Ramsey near side. Cruz Kelly far side to Babalola's right. Babalola back to pass. Looking for Kelly. Looks like Kelly hauls it in. It is a catch for a Raptors first down. Big time catch by Cruz Kelly. Kelly stepping up in his senior season, along with Cy Longley, replacing Max Kimple and Ben Hubbard from last season. Raptors trying to put the ball into Patriots territory. Handoff is to Davis Dolan, senior running back. And tell me Dolan didn't just cough up the football. Looks like he might have. But I believe the Raptors still retain possession. Dolan picks up about 3 on the carry. Raptors still have the football. And Caden Pace is going to check back into the ball game for Dolan. Dolan was the Raptors' leading rusher in his sophomore season 2 years ago. And then Maverick Chance was the leading rusher from the quarterback position last year. Caden Pace, second to Chance, almost had a 1,000-yard season. Babalola fakes to Pace, has Kelly across the middle, but just led him a little bit too far. Kelly got his right hand on it, incomplete. 3:40 to go first quarter. Raptors down 3-0 here at MRA. It's 3rd and 8. I'm Paul Hickey, your play-by-play voice for the Ravenwood Raptors football season. Josh Hosford, the center. Looks to snap it to Femi Babalola. And a little left, but Femi has it on the keeper, and he's brought down after a loss of about 1. Ty Childress came in from the strong side linebacker position there to make the stop. And the Raptors will punt. Here comes Jack Henderson. Raptors fans, if you recall, a year ago this week, the Raptors went to Alcoa and fought a grudge match, won 19-17. And this game so far has that kind of vibe. Henderson's punt rolls out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. Decent punt there by Jack. Good work. Sun going down here in Madison, Mississippi. It was a nice hot day for the walkthrough at Madison Central. And I mentioned the trip to the SIP not too long ago. And the send-off, here's more on the send-off from Ravenwood yesterday. The cheer team there led by Davida Dantzler, the cheer coach at Ravenwood. Shout out to Davida and her cheer squad. It was a very fun send-off as the Raptors boarded 2 buses. More on that in a second. Back to the action here. 1st and 10 Patriots from the 17-yard line. Stockett back to pass. Under pressure, escapes it, and picks up about 8 yards on the scramble. Nathan Moser almost had him. Just out of the grasp of Moser. 2nd and 3. Here's that hurry-up offense again. Stockett in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Has a man. Will Bezot again. Bezot gets the first down. Matt Anderson on the stop. 2:40 to go first quarter. Tough matchup here in Madison, Mississippi for your Raptors. Both teams, again, unfinished business. Raptors made it all the way to the quarterfinals last year. Patriots made it all the way to the semis. And there goes Jackson Jenkins on the carry, stopped after no gain. He does pick up the first down, but there's a flag on the play. A lot of laundry already tonight, folks. Stripes trying to figure out what's going on. An illegal block on the Patriots. .224 to go first quarter. Jalen Pollard has an interception. And Wade Hansford has the only score of the game for the Patriots, a field goal on their opening drive. First and 20 now. Personal foul on the play. 10-yard penalty. Holt Adams near side, right of Stockett. Case Thomas and Will Bezot are the other wide receivers with Jackson Jenkins in the backfield. Stockett in the gun, takes the snap, looks to his right, fakes, scrambles to his left under pressure, throws to his left, and he has Bezot wide open, pushed out of bounds by Jalen Pollard at the 38-yard line into Raptors territory. Little breakdown on the coverage there by Ravenwood. Stockett scrambled and found Bezot, but there's another flag on the play. There's been a penalty on like every other offensive possession for each team here. Every other play, rather. Not possession. 1:54 to go first quarter. So that 30-yard catch and run from Stockett to Bezot is going to be negated by another penalty. Good news for your Raptors. Five wide receivers, and Stockett to the slot to Case Thomas goes nowhere. 2nd and 25. From their own 14-yard line. Now it's going to be 3rd and 26 after a loss of 1 on the play. Coming up on a minute to go first quarter. 3rd and 26 for the Patriots. See if the Raptors can make something happen here. Stockett hands off to Jenkins. And another flag. This one looks like it could be a late hit or a personal foul on Ravenwood, unfortunately. Some frustration. Jenkins picked up about 7 or 8 on the carry. And we'll see what else they tack on here on the penalty. Hopefully it will not be enough to give the Patriots a first down. Horse collar tackle going against Ravenwood. So we'll walk it off. Should be a 15-yarder, and it's going to be close. Got to believe defensive coordinator Drew Collier and head coach Ricky Rodriguez fuming at that one. 3rd and 4. So MRA still has 4 yards to go. See if the Raptors D can get a stop here. Raptors D coming up huge most of last season. Lost Donovan Starr to Auburn. But James Nelson, who was out all of last season, would have been a big contributor had he been healthy, comes back. So good to have James in his senior season healthy. Also, Sawyer Akers stepping in place of Jaden Smitherman, who is at SEMO now. Samuel Stockett, 3rd and 4. Another whistle. 42 seconds to go first quarter and a timeout. Raptors timeout, and here's more footage from the send-off yesterday during this timeout here at MRA. I mentioned 79 Raptors players made the bus trip, 2 charter buses from Brentwood, Tennessee, all the way to Madison, Mississippi. I'm fortunate enough to be one of the football staff on the trip to bring you this broadcast. So thanks again for tuning in. I'm Paul Hickey. It is my birthday, August 22nd. 44 years ago, everybody, and here's the footage of your Raptors boarding the buses yesterday. Special moment for these young men. Special trip. The business trip to finish the unfinished business from last season. Thanks again to all the parents, families, supporters of these Ravenwood Raptors all across the country, all across the world. The Raptors football brand is growing, and back to the action here. It's a big 3rd and 4 for Samuel Stockett and the Patriots. Raptors need a big stop here. 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 wide receivers to the left. Stockett looks to his right, wants his running back. And that is Colson O'Kane, again, the sophomore, with a big gain for an MRA first down. So MRA had it 3rd and 26 from their own 14. Jackson Jenkins picked up a run of about 7. 15-yard penalty put the Patriots into that position of 3rd and 4, and Colson O'Kane comes up big on the catch and run for the first down. So now the Patriots have it into Raptors territory at the 47. 1st and 10, 34 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Stockett fakes the handoff, has a man, and that's his tight end, Will Jones, but Jones is met right away by Wyatt Appleton, senior defensive back. Good play by Wyatt. He's one of the fastest Raptors this year. A lot of speed on this Raptors team. Wyatt with a big stop there after a gain of 1. So 2nd and 9, 33 seconds and counting in the first quarter. Stockett in the gun. O'Kane in the backfield. Another whistle. And it's an official timeout. So we'll go back to the send-off. And we're back. Paul Hickey back with you for Raptors football. 2nd and 9, 27 seconds and counting in the first quarter for the Patriots. Samuel Stockett, senior quarterback in the gun, looks to his left and has his favorite target, Will Bezot, again. Bezot for a gain of about 8. 3rd and 1 as the clock counts down at the end of the first quarter here. And Stockett wants to get another play off, and there's a penalty. False start. Looks like the Patriots really wanted to get that play off before the end of the first quarter, and in doing so, picked up a false start penalty, some movement on the O-line. So we'll back them up 5. It's going to be 3rd and 6. One untimed down coming up because you cannot end a quarter on a penalty. Coach Herbert Davis not too happy about that. Davis, 12 years here at MRA, 112 wins. His son Hayden Davis, the offensive coordinator for the Ravenwood Raptors, former MRA quarterback and coach. He coached some defensive positions here after his college career cut short by injuries, and they're calling this the Davis Bowl here in Mississippi. So 3rd and 7, Stockett tries to hard count the Raptors offsides, and there's several flags flying around. Tons of laundry on the field tonight. And the first quarter is still happening. There's been 0 seconds on the clock for about 3 minutes at the end of this first quarter. Either week 1 is sloppy or the refs want it to be their show tonight. I think it's probably the former. But now it's 3rd and 12, so good news for the Raptors there. Ball on the Raptors 49. Stockett back to pass. Over the middle. Complete to Michael McCrory, the senior wide receiver who also plays some DB for the Patriots. And that's a first down at the end of the first quarter. So that's the second time on this drive that the Raptors have led up 3rd and long after backing up MRA with penalties. And we will be back. End of the first quarter. The score is 3-0. We'll be right back. Here's more footage from that send-off yesterday. And we're back for the start of the second quarter on the Raptors Football Network. I'm Paul Hickey. Thanks for tuning in. Friends and family of the Raptors from around the world tuning in, and Stockett's handoff to Jack Poole, senior ball carrier listed as a wide receiver defensive back, gets the handoff. 11:45 to go, second quarter, 2nd and 4 after the pickup of 6. And this is a first down. Poole again picks up 6 yards. Jackson Jenkins checking back in for the Patriots. First and 10. Ball on the 19 of Ravenwood. Stockett back to pass. Looks like a completion to Case Thomas. No, it's Holt Adams. And Stockett's pass to Will Bezot on 2nd and 5, just short of the first down on the far side of the field. And the handoff goes to Colton O'Kane again. And it's going to be 1st and goal from the 2. Here's another look at the carry by O'Kane. First and goal from the 2. MRA looking to put the first touchdown on the board. And the handoff is to O'Kane again, and he's in for the score. So MRA goes up 9-0. Here it is again. This is Jack Poole, actually, on the Wildcat formation. Jack Poole scoring the touchdown there. And the extra point attempt by Wade Hansford is up and good. So MRA goes up 10-0 on your Raptors here at Patriots Stadium. Here's another look at Hansford's PAT. And let's take a look at the Raptors boarding the bus to walk through today at Madison Central. Thanks to the Madison Central staff for having us. Back to the action here. Hansford will kick it. Cy Longley back to return along with Connor Gallman for Ravenwood. Raptors down 10-0 to the MRA Patriots. Wade Hansford has a field goal. And the touchdown by Jack Poole, the senior. Longley touchback. Raptors will take over at the 25. Paul Hickey with you on the Raptors Football Network. Femi Babalola leads the Raptors offense back onto the field. Got to try to get something going here. And the shovel pass to Longley in motion. And Cy Longley, the speedster senior wide receiver, has a big pickup. Let's hope there's no flags on this play. It's been a flag on about every other play tonight. Longley's catch and run is good for a first down for Ravenwood. Here's a look at that play again. Longley in motion. Babalola with the shovel pass. Longley takes it around, pushed out of bounds at the 35. 9:41 to go in the half. MRA 10, Ravenwood nothing. Davis Dolan in the backfield. Babalola back to pass. Dropped by Taylon Vaughn in the game. Senior wide receiver. New Raptor this year. Vaughn can't hold on to it. Here's a look at the play one more time. No need to go anywhere else to watch this broadcast. Stick right here with me, folks. Babalola back to pass. Has Vaughn. Vaughn handles it this time out to the 40. For a pickup of about 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. Here's that play again. Back to live action. Babalola, empty backfield in the gun, 5 wide receivers, looks over the middle, and he's wide of Dolan. Not great accuracy there by Femi, so Jack Henderson back into punt for Ravenwood. Let's take a look at that play one more time before Henderson's punt. 9 minutes to go in the half. Raptors down 10-0. You see Femi just throw it a little wide and wobbly of Davis there. Paul Hickey with you on the Raptors Football Network. Here's Jack Henderson to punt. And Henderson's punt is blocked and fielded, and it's a touchdown caught in the air by Devin Alfred, I believe, number 0, the sophomore. Let's take a look at this play again. Raptors off to an unfortunate start. There it is, the punt blocked, caught in the air, and that's actually number 8, James Downer, the senior linebacker tight end. So Downer catches Henderson's punt in the air, takes it in for a Patriots touchdown, and it'll be 16-0 here in Mississippi. As Wade Hansford comes on for the PAT. James Downer scores a touchdown, and it's a downer for Ravenwood, unfortunately. Being shut out here in Madison, Mississippi, now 17-0 after Hansford's PAT. Here's another look at Hansford's PAT before we go to the break here on the Raptors Football Network. We're going to show you our Raptors boarding the buses to the walkthrough at Madison Central today. Again, special trip for these young men, put together by many of the Ravenwood Raptors coaches, supporters, family members. You all deserve credit for this. It takes a village, and our young men have had a special time here in Mississippi. Now back to live action as Hansford will kick to Longley and Gallman again. Raptors escaped the first quarter down only 3-0, but the Patriots have put 14 on the board since then and are up 17-0 with 8:52 to go in the half. Again, thanks for joining me. I'm Paul Hickey. Raptors football all year long. Cy Longley fields it, unfortunately, with his knee down at about the 2. So unfortunate situation there for the senior. He kind of knew it right when it happened. You'll see it here close up. Cy catches it with his knee down at the 1. And you can see the disappointment right away as he flips the ball to the officials. So Ravenwood will take over on their own 3-yard line. They spot the ball on the 3. Babalola from the gun in the end zone, empty backfield. Check that pace to his left. Babalola takes it himself, and Femi has a first down. Big time run by Femi Babalola, Boston College commit. Picks up a huge first down for the Raptors, a run of about 11. Taking it out from his own 3. You'll see it here. Now to live action. Babalola back to pass. Pressure coming from his blind side. Gets it away. Knocked down. By Jack Ridgeway, one of the leaders of this defense. Here's the replay. Now it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 15. There's Ridgeway's tip pass. Pace to Babalola's left. 4 wide receivers. Femi back to pass. Looking left. Over the middle. Looks like he has Jared Peterson on the catch there for a couple. Take a look at this again. Getting a replay tonight, everybody. How about that? Paul Hickey, responsible for not only your play-by-play, but your entire broadcast production tonight. And I'm happy to be doing it here in Madison, Mississippi. Jared Peterson on the catch there, and we're going to take a look at it again. First down for Ravenwood. 1st and 10 from the 28. There it is. Babalola back to pass, live action here. Rolls out to his left. He's going to take it himself. Turned a gain of about 3 into a gain of about 6 or 7 with the reach there. So Raptors finally got a little something going on offense. Down 17-0. Take a look at Femi's run here. Nice little stretch. Out to about the 38. And a personal foul. I thought I saw a flag come in from the far sideline. So they'll tack on 15 more yards. That's big for Ravenwood. We need that, Raptors fans. 7:25 to go in the half. Here's your live action. Babalola in the gun. Pace to his right. Picking up the blocker. Looks right. Has Peterson wide open. And Jared Peterson with another big catch on this drive. And he's tackled by Evan Carr, the senior defensive back. So big-time Raptors first down. We'll take a look at it again here. Babalola, nice pass. Caden Pace picking up the rusher. Good block out to Peterson. Babalola back to pass now on first down. Peterson again to the right. Just under 7 minutes now to go in the half. Michael McCrory, the cornerback, on the tackle there on Jared Peterson. Gavin Macias got a little time on that drive at wideout. He comes out of the game now. 2nd and 2 into Patriots territory. Davis Dolan with a big catch and run down to about the 9 for a Raptors first down. Senior running back Davis Dolan, big play there. One of the leaders of this Raptors ball club in his senior season. Here's a look at Dolan's catch and run one more time. 6:12 to go in the half. First and goal from the 10. And Babalola on the keeper. Picks up a gain, small gain. Here's a look one more time. And number 0, Maverick Chance, last year's leading rusher, senior quarterback, now in the ball game. Mav is in the gun. Dolan to his right. Get ready for something special here, Raptors fans. Mav takes it in the gun, and he picks up a gain. He's still on his feet. Down to about the 3. Maverick Chance, hard to bring down. Exciting to see him on the field. We're going to get another look at it here. He's playing with a club cast on his right throwing hand. This is Mav in the gun. We'll take a look at it. He's committed to Navy. And Coach Davis on the MRA sideline wants timeout to try to take a look at what's going on here. They were not expecting Maverick Chance to play tonight. This was a bit of a surprise. And it's the perfect time to put him in the ball game. They didn't get an opportunity to put him in the first quarter, but here we go, folks. This could be the jolt of adrenaline that the Raptors need from another senior leader on this ball club who we have not seen tonight until now. Quarterback Maverick Chance will not be able to throw with his right hand because of a finger injury that he's recovering from on his ring finger of his throwing hand. Committed to Navy as a quarterback, making his season debut here in the second quarter. Last year, Mav and Femi alternated every drive. Let's see if Maverick comes back out, and he does. Maverick Chance in the game with Davis Dolan in the backfield. This young man is very tough, very hard to bring down. 3rd and goal from the 5. Mav takes it, and he's up the gut. Can they push him in? Looks like he's just shy. Stopped at the goal line, so it's going to be 4th and inches. See if we can get another look at this. And there's just under 5 minutes and counting now to go in the first half. So back to live action. Mav still in the game, takes it again, and there's a flag on the play. False start on the Raptors. Will this change Coach Ricky Rodriguez's game plan here? It looks like it will. Femi back in the game now. Here's another look at the penalty. So Femi Babalola, Caden Pace, Jared Peterson, Gavin Macias, all in the ball game. Awaiting the call from Hayden Davis, the younger Davis of the two Davises in the Davis Bowl here in Mississippi. Coach Ricky Rodriguez looking for his first points as a head coach. Femi on 4th and long, batted down and intercepted. Intercepted by the Patriots. Femi's going to have to make a tackle here. And MRA still going. Finally brought down at the 15-yard line. So Femi Babalola throws his first interception of the season. Raptors, instead of getting a score, get this. And this is Jack Ridgway, folks. Jack Ridgway, big-time leader. Actually, is that Beckett Strong, number 24? Nope, it is Ridgway. Yep. Jack Ridgway, big-time leader on this defense. And there is a flag on the play. And it is looks like a block in the back on MRA. So MRA will retain possession. 4:18 to go. Big turn of events there. We had 4th and inches, another penalty. Interception on 4th and long. Goal to go. Jack Ridgway, big-time leader of this Patriots defense here at MRA. Takes it down to the 15, but there's an illegal block in the back that brings the ball back to Patriots territory to about the 37. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 37 for MRA with 4:18 to go in the first half. And a timeout. So let's take a quick look again at the walkthrough at Madison Central. Trip of a lifetime here for these high school athletes, playing an out-of-state game against one of the top teams in Mississippi. Our Raptors ranked number 8 in the state of Tennessee in 6A, according to Max Prep. We knew this would be a tough start to the season. High expectations for this ball club. A lot of returning talent, a lot of returning leadership. But it's not easy to win games, especially at this level of competitive high school football and especially in an away game. But we return to live action here. 1st and 10 for the Patriots from their 37. Stock it back to pass. Almost picked off. And it's caught. That's very unfortunate play there. Almost picked off by Nelson, I believe. And it's caught for a 1st down. Let's take another look at the play here. So stock it back to pass. Looks to his right. And the catch was Case Thomas. Here's a handoff on 1st and 10 to Jenkins. Jenkins picks up 2, so it'll be 2nd and 8. Colson O'Kane back in the game at running back for the Patriots. 3:33 to go in the half. Patriots up 17-0 over your Raptors. Samuel Stockett, the senior quarterback, with O'Kane to his right, 3 wide receivers, back to pass, looks to his left, and it's batted down by Matt Anderson, senior linebacker, with a nice play there. So it'll be 3rd and long, 3rd and 8. Here's another look at Anderson's batted pass. Back to live action. Here's Stockett in the gun. O'Kane to his left, over the middle again, and it's broken up again by Anderson. Nice play. Pass intended for Case Thomas. Matt Anderson with 2 big plays there for Ravenwood. Not out of it yet. Just a 3-score ball game. 17-0. 4th and 8 from Ravenwood's 46. Jack Dalton is in to potentially punt. He is the punter. We'll see what MRA does here. Dalton will punt it away to Longley. Longley fields it at about the 8, dodges a tackle, picks up maybe 3. Take another look at that play here. 2:58 to go in the first half. Paul Hickey with you on my birthday on the Raptors Football Network from Madison, Mississippi. Here's another look at Longley fielding the punt, dodging the tackle. Raptors again made the 6-hour bus drive. Great send-off by the students, student body, faculty, staff, supporters, parents out there. Very, very cool to see. It's amazing to be part of this community at Ravenwood High School. There you see Max Hickey, sophomore quarterback on the sideline, number 18. Back to live action. Babalola has a man. And it's Peterson again, and he's almost gone all the way down to about the 13-yard line. Let's take another look at this. Babalola back to pass from his own 12. And a beautiful throw. And I apologize. That is Gavin Macias. Gavin Macias on a big play. And there's also a penalty. Huge play from the 12 all the way down. First and goal now from the 6. Babalola takes it in the gun, and there's another flag. So Babalola gets into the end zone, but there's a flag on the play again. How many penalties are we going to have in this first half? 2:30 to go. False start on Ravenwood negates Babalola's touchdown. Heck of a catch and run by Gavin Macias. Really needed that. Junior. He's listed as a junior on the roster. A lot of speed. A lot of speed here at Ravenwood. Live action, Babalola. First and goal now from the 11. And he's swarmed by the Patriots defense. Grant Lucas, junior linebacker, came in to play some fullback there. Here's another look at it. Jared Peterson, Talon Vaughn now in the ballgame at wide receiver near side. Babalola in the gun. Dolan to his right. 2nd and 13 from the 13. Babalola has a man in the end zone. Did Longley get it? No. Cy Longley almost hauled in what would have been an amazing touchdown pass on 2nd and goal from the 12. Let's take another look at it here. Femi not quite placing the ball exactly where it needs to be tonight. Just a tad off. Jared Peterson, Talon Vaughn in the game. Near side wide receiver. Longley split wide left. Babalola back to pass. Looks to his right. Has Peterson. They say he's out. It looked like he had a foot in. They say he's out. Let's take another look. That was Talon Vaughn, rather. So let's take another look at this. As Carlos Guerra comes on to attempt a field goal. Looked like Vaughn maybe got a foot in, but they say no. So Carlos Guerra The senior kicker looks to put the Raptors on the board for the first time tonight. 91 seconds to go in the first half. This will be a 30-yard field goal attempt for Guerra. He's made some big ones in his Ravenwood career. This would be a big one. Brooks Brown to hold. We're going to get another flag. .30-yard field goal attempt for Guerra is up and good. Raptors on the board. Let's take a zoomed-in look at this. (17-3). Madison Ridgeland Academy, the home team, hosting your Ravenwood Raptors. Up by 14 now. Big to put some points on the board, though, before halftime. Very, very big. I'm Paul Hickey with you on the Raptors Football Network. Carlos Guerra will kick off. Case Thomas back to return the kick. Beckett Strong, the other return man. Garrett can boot it. And this one is a penalty. It's going to go out of bounds at the 10-yard line, so that's not good. Another penalty. And Madison Ridgeland Academy will get amazing field position here. On that penalty, Guerra kicking it out of bounds. He's got a big leg. He's made some clutch field goals in his career. He just put the Raptors on the board for the first time tonight. But that penalty will put the ball on the 35-yard line for MRA, making it slightly tougher on the Raptors D. Raptors D need to come up big here before the end of the half. 1:26 to go until halftime. Samuel Stockett has played a near perfect game so far, the senior quarterback here at MRA. Jack Poole in at running back. Poole has the only offensive touchdown of the night for either team. And what a great one-handed catch by Poole. Catch and run for a Patriot first down. We're going to get another look at this. And this time a flag on MRA. Holding, so we'll negate that beautiful catch and run by Poole. But interestingly enough, the ball spotted back at the 35-yard line. $1:17 to go till halftime. 17-3 Patriots. Stockett in the gun. Poole to his right. Fakes to Poole. Looks over the middle. Broken up by Pollard. And does Wyatt Appleton have a pick? He does. What a big play. I said the Raptors D needed to come up big before halftime. And Jalen Pollard, the Western Kentucky commit at safety, tips this pass. You're about to see it in a second. Tips this pass from Stockett, and Wyatt Appleton, senior cornerback, with a huge interception for the Raptors. So Pollard now has contributed to 2 interceptions, one of his own in the first quarter, and then a tipped pass there, interception by Appleton. And Ravenwood will take over in Patriots territory now at the 47 with 1:11 to go. Femi in the gun. Pace to his left. Femi looks left. Has a lot of time. Great job by the O-line there. Has a lot of time. Can't find a man. MRA had everyone covered. And Femi's check down was covered. Incomplete. We'll look at it again here. 1:02 to go till halftime. Here's live action. Jared Peterson, near side. Pace to Babalola's right in the gun. 2 wide receivers left. Babalola looking left. Gets it away high, intended for Longley. And Femi can throw the ball, but he has been inaccurate tonight. I'm just going to say it. He has not been accurate. Raptors offense needs to get something going. Even if we can get Guerra back into field goal range. Here's Femi's last pass. You can see high of Cy. Back to live action here. 57 seconds left to go. Paul Hickey with you on the Raptors Football Network. 3rd and 10 from the 47. Babalola back to pass. Over the middle. Has a man. Caught. I think it's Taylon Vaughn. Taylon Vaughn with a big catch there. First down, Raptors. We're going to take another look at it. Now it'll be 1st and 10 from the 14 with 49 seconds to go. Each team has 2 timeouts remaining in the first half. There's Vaughn's catch. Here's live action. Raptors in the red zone. Raptors have had many chances in the red zone tonight. Babalola evades pressure high, intended for Jared Peterson. Take another look at it here. 2nd and 10. Still plenty of time to go. 29 seconds. Ball on the 14. Peterson stays in the game. Vaughn in the game. Pace in the backfield. We're going to go back to live action here. Charles Vlach in at tight end. Babalola back to pass. Under pressure, looking left, gets it away, throws it away. No man in sight. Nice play by Femi to get rid of that one with Dylan Varnell right in his face for the Patriots. 3rd and 10 from the 14. Here's another look. See Varnell come in from his inside linebacker position. Nice job by Femi just to get that ball away. 3rd and 10 from the 14. Still plenty of time. 22 seconds left. Peterson, Vaughn, split right. Babalola steps up, looks left. Tipped by Vlach and incomplete out of bounds. So Ricky Rodriguez and Hayden Davis wanted to take a few shots at it there, and it's 4th and 10 from the 14. They're going to bring back Guerra to hopefully make it 17-6. Brooks Brown, sophomore quarterback, will hold. Here's Guerra's field goal attempt. This would be about a 31-yarder. Up and beautiful. Good. Carlos Guerra, senior kicker. Makes it 17-6. Big time pick by Wyatt Appleton. after a tip by Jalen Pollard to put the Raptors right back in this ballgame. Take some momentum away.
On for the field goal. It is up and good. MRA leads this one.
(17-6). Guerra will kick off. 11 seconds to go till the half. Paul Hickey with you on the Raptors Football Network. Again, turn of events there. Guerra hits a 30-yard field goal. Next possession, 90 seconds to go. Big time play on third down. Jalen Pollard tips the pass. Wyatt Appleton picks it off. Femi and the offense go down on a big catch and run by Talon Vaughn, setting up a Carlos Guerra field goal to make it 17-6 right before the half. You want that kind of a momentum swing. Samuel Stockett will take the field with 11 seconds to go. The MRA offense. Will they try to make something happen, or will they conservatively go into the half? Last time they were conservative on offense, their running back made a huge run to set up a score. So in at running back is Jackson Jenkins. Dallas Stallings in on defense for the first time tonight. And Stockett kneels. That's the end of the first half. Halftime score, Madison Ridgeland Academy 17, Ravenwood 6. Thanks for being here with us on the Raptors Football Network. I'm Paul Hickey. I'll be back in about 20 minutes with the second half. First, let's take a look at the new locker room, courtesy of some hard work by the Ravenwood Red Zone. A lot of the dads, Mark Hosford, Chad Appleton, putting in a lot of hard work with a lot of the other dads and Red Zone members to give us this beautiful locker room at Ravenwood High School. Check this out. All right, thanks again. Great work by the Raptors Red Zone to give us that beautiful new locker room at Ravenwood High School. Thanks again for joining us. It's halftime. Raptors down 11, Patriots 17, Raptors 6 here at Patriots Stadium. Quick recap of the first half. 2 touchdowns by seniors for the Patriots. Jack Poole had a TD in the Wildcat formation, about a 2-yard scamper, and then James Downer on a blocked punt caught it in the air. Senior taking it in for the score, and a field goal by Hansford, Wade Hansford, the kicker, and then 2 Carlos Guerra field goals are your scores for the Raptors. Again, Patriots 17, Raptors 6. Here's some highlights from the offseason before we return for the second half here on the Raptors Football Network. I'm Paul Hickey on my birthday. Happy birthday to me. Raptors need to get a win here in the second half.
1, 2. Check me out right here, yo. Need to turn the track up a little bit for me. All up in my ears. The mic is loud, but the music is loud. Yeah. Now the mic is low now. Turn the mic up a little bit. My shit's all the way up. Yeah. The music is loud. It's knocking out. That's what I'm talking about. I just want to wild out.
Welcome back to Raptors football. We got about 6.5 minutes till the start of the second half. I'm Paul Hickey with you on the Raptors Football Network. You are joining me in what is technically the biggest birthday party I've ever had. There have been almost 300 of you tuning in from around the world to watch Raptors football. And I'm not sure if there's more of you or if there's been more penalties called in this game, because there has been a flag thrown on the field almost every single play tonight. We're working to do the best we can with all of our camera angles. You see the wide view here. I am the entire production as well as your play-by-play man for the away games. For the home games, hopefully we'll have a little bit better production. I'll still be your play-by-play man. Halftime stats, team stats, MRA, 26 rushing yards to Ravenwood's 32. MRA, 127 passing yards. Ravenwood actually has 170 passing yards. Just has not been able to get the ball into the end zone. Total yards, Ravenwood, 202 to MRA's 153. MRA does have one more first down, though, 9-8. And then on third down conversions, MRA, 3 of 8. And Ravenwood, 2 out of 8. The trip to the SIP going well so far. 6 points at the end of the first half to make this game 17-6. And your Raptors have had a special trip. Let's play some more footage from today, the walkthrough at Madison Central High School. Your guys have had a full day. They left school Thursday right away after school. Made the 6-hour bus drive to Madison, Mississippi. Prepped all day for this game and have been in a hard-fought battle so far. Down 17-6. I'm Paul Hickey. I'll be back in a few with the second half on the Raptors Football Network. All right, we've talked about this being the Davis Bowl. That's what they've called it here in Mississippi. The media writing some great stories and publishing some great human interest pieces about Hayden Davis, the former quarterback here at MRA, and our current offensive coordinator. Very impressive young man leading these Raptors. He's also coached kind of all over the field. Like, since his college career was cut short by injuries, he's coached linebackers. He's been a defensive coordinator. He's coached safeties at Ravenwood, now offensive coordinator under Coach Ricky Rodriguez in Coach Rod's first season. Coach Rod, 0-0 as the Raptors head coach, looking for his first win at Ravenwood as a head coach. It's his third head coaching stint, though. He's done this before. He's had success in California before coming to Middle Tennessee. Was at BGA. Now with Ravenwood in his third season, first as head coach. Well-prepared, well-coached football teams on both sides of the ball. You've got a third-year head coach, technically first at Ravenwood, and you've got a 12-year head coach at MRA. He's had a much longer head coaching career than that, but Herbert Davis, the father of the aforementioned Hayden Davis here at MRA, with an impressive team. Impressive school, I've got to say. I've been walking around this school quite a bit today. Great people, great facilities. Very, very impressed. The fans are loving it right now. It's week 0 here in Mississippi, week 1 in Tennessee. I mentioned MRA plays 3 out-of-state opponents. They come to Tennessee later on this year. They play Collierville at Collierville on September 12th, and then they host Catholic on October 3rd from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Check that. They go to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So a lot of out-of-state football being played by both of these teams combined. Unfinished business. We talked about that in the opening. Unfinished business for each of these teams this season. 2 straight years in the semifinals for Madison Ridgeland Academy, and then a loss in the quarterfinals last year for your Raptors. Although each of these teams beat the actual state champions in the regular season. So just as good as the state champions in 6A in each of their respective states are these ball clubs, and high expectations for both of these ball clubs this year. Heading into the second half, we've got about 2 minutes to go before the kickoff of the second half. Ravenwood will receive, and I got to say, big-time momentum swing at the end of that first half. It looked like Madison Ridgeland Academy was starting to run away with this thing, up 17-0. Ravenwood couldn't get anything going. 2 straight drives with field goals by senior kicker Carlos Guerra, and the Raptors are right back into this, folks. We need your support. We need your positive energy wherever you are watching this game from. We know Pat Holloway, the mother of Ken and the grandmother of Jake and Teddy. Ken and Jake on this Ravenwood staff. Teddy on the staff at Woodland Middle School, just down the street from Ravenwood, leading the Woodland Warriors. Pat is watching from St. Clairsville, Ohio. We also have Lucas McCullum's family in North Carolina, Max Hickey's family in Michigan. We've got Ricky Rodriguez's family, the head coach's family in California. All over the world, the Raptors football brand is strong, and I'm happy to be part of it. Paul Hickey here on the Raptors Football Network. Less than a minute to go before the Raptors receive the second half kickoff. I know many of you yearning for a different camera angle. What I am able to do for all of you is play the replays of each play with a better camera angle. The reason I can do that, everyone, is because the broadcast for MRA is on YouTube with not as good of an announcer, that's for sure, but a better camera angle. And it's a delay, and I refuse to call the games on a delay. It's just, I did it last year a lot, not super fun. I'm much better at my job when I can call it in real time and then show you the replay. So that's what we're going to do. Cy Longley, Connor Gallman back to receive the second half kick from this young kicker, Wade Hansford. Very impressive young kicker. Here come the Patriots to line it up and kick it off in the second half. Raptors need a big return here by Cy. We've had good field position most of the game. Way too many penalties. Got to clean up those penalties in the second half, and I think we got a chance to win this ball game. Maverick Chance came in Almost got in with a club on his right hand, healing a ring finger injury on his right hand that he suffered in the offseason. The Navy commit, Femi Babalola, the Boston College commit, both senior quarterbacks. About to have great second halves here. Hansford's kick is fielded by the up back. It's Gallman. So they don't kick it to Longley. They kick it to Gallman. Gallman gets it out to about the 16 or 17 yard line. Here's another look at it. $11:52 to go in the third quarter. Raptors take over 1st and 10, live action here. Cy Longley will split wide left. Femi Babalola jogs in. Senior running back Davis Dolan will be to his left. Talon Vaughn, slot right. And Jared Peterson, wide right. Babalola back to pass under pressure. Has Longley. Great catch by Cy, the senior wide receiver. Out to the 26. Picks up 8. 2nd and 2. Take another look at it here. Babalola in the gun. Live action now. And a whistle. There's Longley's catch. Gavin Macias on the field as well for Ravenwood. And this will be a Raptors first down. It's a penalty before the snap on the Patriots. So we'll take it. 1st and 10 from the 33. Dolan to Babalola's left. Femi gets the signal. Handoff is to Dolan, the senior running back. Almost 1,000 yards a couple years ago as a sophomore. Dolan gets about 1. Here it is again. 10:48 and counting in the third quarter. Back to live action. Babalola back to pass. Has Dolan. Dolan drops it. Unfortunate drop. He was wide open. Had about 5 or 6 yards ahead of him. Take another look at it here. Peterson, Vaughn, Longley, and Macias are the wideouts. Dolan is to Femi's right. Femi not totally used to playing every drive. He split drives with Maverick Chance last year. As I mentioned, Maverick injured, although playing tonight with a cast on his right hand. Should be back in a couple of weeks, we hope. And a false start on Ravenwood's offense again. So even though Ravenwood has won the total yardage battle in this game, 202 to 153, it really comes down to that block punt and a lot of penalties on the Raptors. And it's 3rd and long now, 3rd and 13 from the 30. Babalola back to pass, has to do something, has time, gets it away, has Longley, Cy Longley, still on his feet, out of bounds at about the 35 into Patriot territory. Big catch and run. We're going to see it again. I don't see any flags, so we should be in business here, everybody. Let's take a look at this play here. The chains are moving. Here's the catch and run by Longley across midfield into Patriot territory. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 34 of the Patriots for your Raptors. Babalola back to pass, looks to his right. Complete. And that's Jared Peterson again. Jared Peterson been very involved this game. We'll take another look at this play. A Raptor down on the field. And it's Longley. Coach Rod comes out to take a look. There you see Peterson's catch. Cy down on the field. Coach Rod. And looks like Cy has some cramps. He should be okay, we hope. 2nd and 6 on the 30. Here you see Cy down. Jeremy Ramsey, his teammate, with him. And Cy is already up and walked off the field. This is the replay. So Cy's okay. Getting hydrated, getting stretched out. Raptors down 17-6, 10:06 to go in the third. We got ourselves a ball game here. Raptors had a slow start, a lot of penalties, missed opportunities, blocked punt, caught in the air by James Downer, the senior. Run in. But a interception with about 90 seconds to go in the half by Wyatt Appleton. Assist on a Jalen Pollard tip, set up a Carlos Guerra field goal after a Taylon Vaughn reception. Vaughn now slot left. Jeremy Ramsey wide left. I think Cy's got to sit out a play at least. Caden Pace in the game. And it looks like Jared Peterson and Gavin Macias on the far side for Ravenwood. Stick with me. I'm going to get you through the Raptors season here, folks. Paul Hickey. Unfinished business for these Raptors. Looking for their first touchdown of the year. 1st and 10. Ball at the 30-yard line. And there's going to be a timeout now. All right, 12 minutes to go, timeout. And we're going to take a look at the send-off one more time. Yesterday, Thursday, August 21st, after school, we had this amazing send-off from the student body. A lot of support for your Raptors at Ravenwood. The cheer team led by Davida Dantzler, cheer coach, teacher at Ravenwood. The band. And all the Raptors faithful were in attendance. Great support from this Ravenwood community on the trip to the SIP. So here we go. Back to live action. Here's a look at the timeout. Pace in motion. Set now. Babalola back to pass. Looks to his right, and it's out of bounds. I mean, good defense by these Patriots for sure. So credit the defense, especially the secondary. Jack Ridgway kind of all over the place. James Downer all over the place. You've got Ty Childress. You've got Evan Carr, Michael McCrory, all having great games here. Pretty much shutting down Femi Babalola. Babalola has not had his most accurate night. Pass was intended for Gavin Macias on the right side. There you see Gavin. And Babalola on the keeper now to the right. Looks like he might have picked up the first down. Fake the handoff to Caden Pace. We're going to take another look at it here. This with 3rd and 6. He does pick up the first down on 3rd and 6. 9:41 to go. Clock stopped as Babalola ran out of bounds. So big first down there. There you see it. And here we are, live action. Handoff now is to Pace to his right. And Caden picks up about 5. Last year's leading rusher from the running back position, technically the leading rusher on the team, was Maverick Chance, the quarterback. We saw Maverick earlier in the first half. If we get into goal to go territory here, we might see Mav again. But let's not put the cart in front of the horse. 9:13 to go in the third quarter. Here's Pace again. Right side, has a first down. Caden all the way. Touchdown Raptors. First touchdown of the season is a big one. I don't see any flags. Caden Pace, and you're about to see it on the replay here, with a touchdown for the Ravenwood Raptors. And it's 17-12. That's huge. Here it is. Pace around the right side, goes into the end zone, making it 17-12, and Carlos Guerra on for the extra point. Raptors looking to make it 17-13, and it's looks like Femi Babalola is going to come on, and the Raptors are going to go for two. Makes sense. Why not try to make it 17-14? Make it a one field goal game here. Easy call for Coach Rod. Here's Femi with Caden to his right. Longley in motion. Femi looking to his right. Has a man wide open. Caught. 2-point conversion is good. Hard for me to tell if it's Jared Peterson or not, but we're going to watch the replay here. Here you see Longley in motion. And there's the 2-point conversion. Raptors now only down a field goal. And that is Cruz Kelly on the catch. Big time catch by Cruz, wide open. Femi puts it on him. And just like that, Ravenwood on the first drive of the second half makes it 17-14. 14 unanswered points. Ravenwood was down 17-0. 9:03 to go in the third quarter. I'm Paul Hickey with you on the Raptors Football Network. Caden Pace gave me a birthday present there with his touchdown run. Cruz Kelly on the 2-point conversion. And Guerra will kick it off. Actually, this looks like Jack Henderson, the punter, will kick it off. And it's caught by the up back. Jack Poole on the return. 8:55 to go. Poole puts the Patriots on their 30. Here comes the Raptors defense. Samuel Stockett back out on the field. Poole in motion, and then Case Thomas in motion. Stockett hands off to Poole. Jack Poole playing a lot of running back tonight, and he's stuffed in the backfield. Danny Brown in there on the stop. Matt Anderson getting some action along with Sam Rowan. Teaming up. $14 unanswered points for Ravenwood. Got some momentum now in the third quarter. 8:22 and counting. Samuel Stockett in the gun. Stockett back to pass over the middle. Has his tight end Will Jones, but Jones is met by several Raptors, including Sam Rowan on the stop. Hudson Husak in on the stop as well, along with Peyton Husak out there. Stockett over the middle completes. This is Will Bezot again. Bezot touchdown by Jalen Pollard and Matt Anderson. That's a first down for the Patriots. So the Patriots are moving the rock after the score by Caden Pace, Cruz Kelly on the 2-point conversion. Here's the look again at the pass to Bezot. Back to live action. Now out in the flat. This is Case Thomas on the catch, and Thomas runs for a first down before he's taken down by Peyton Husak. Now the handoff is to Jenkins. Jenkins met after a gain of 2. Danny Brown in on the stop. Back to live action now. Jenkins in the backfield. Stockett in the gun. Holt Adams. Tight end Will Jones in the slot. Stockett back to pass. Rowan pressures. Completes again to Holt Adams. Adams across the middle. Met by Pollard and Appleton, as well as Peyton Husak. Another first down for the Patriots. We'll see it again here. 1st and 10 from the Raptors 27 now. 6:23 to go in the third quarter. There it is. Poole back in the game at running back. Fakes to Poole. Stockett has another completion to Case Thomas. And a lot of chunk yardage on this drive to move the ball down the field for the Patriots. 6:03 to go in the third quarter. You're watching Raptors football on the Ravenwood Raptors Football Network. Here's another look at the completion to Thomas. Now back to live action. Play clock winding down under 10 now. Stockett in the gun. Jack Poole, the handoff up the middle. Poole playing well tonight. Again, not listed as a running back, but running the ball well. Sam Rowan on the tackle after a gain of about 5. 2nd and 5 from the 11. So MRA chunking it down the field here. Taking time off the clock. Very methodical drive. Here's Stockett in the gun. Handoff is to Poole again. Poole up the middle. Breaks a couple tackles before he's finally taken down by Peyton Husak. And this third quarter is going fast. Not many flags like we saw in the first half, so that's good. 4:47 to go. 1st and goal from the 6. Back in at running back replacing Poole is now Colson O'Kane. Here's live action. O'Kane stuffed at the line of scrimmage, driven back a few yards. Can't tell you all enough how much I appreciate you joining me on my birthday. 205 of you right now at the biggest birthday party I've ever had. We have almost 300 of you at one point in the first half. I wish those other 100 of you would come back to watch the Raptors come back and win here. And this is O'Kane on the Wildcat. And it looks like he gets in. So MRA goes up 23-14, comes right back and answers the Raptors. We're going to get another look at it here from a better camera angle, courtesy of MRA's feed. And Hudson Husak just missed a tackle there. Flat out missed a tackle, and here comes Wade Hansford on for the extra point. 23-14 MRA. Great kicker, Hansford is. That kick is up and good. 24-14 MRA. Raptors had momentum. Had 14 unanswered points before the Patriots finally came back and answered. 24-14 on a O'Kane touchdown run. So there you see your third quarter score. Hansford will kick it off to Longley and Gallman. These young men have done a great job from Ravenwood. Tough MRA team. Tough to go out of state. First game of the year. We knew this was going to be an interesting opponent. Well coached, disciplined team, successful team here in Mississippi. Not afraid to play out of state opponents. I've mentioned a couple times they're coming to Tennessee. They're going to Louisiana later this season. And the kick is over Gallman's head. Out of bounds for a touchback. Wade Hansford's had a heck of a game at the PK position. I'm Paul Hickey on the Raptors Football Network. Raptors down 10 in the third quarter. 3:48 to go. We'll be right back in a minute. Femi Babalola with Davis Dolan, Jeremy Ramsey in the ball game. Handoff is to Davis Dolan. Right side has about 5. Good run by Davis. Raptors absolutely need to continue to put points on the board, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown. We just need to put points on the board, preferably on this drive. So it's 2nd and 5 from the 25. There you see the end of Davis's run. Femi hands to Dolan again. Up the gut for a few more. Take a look at it again here. 3rd and 1. Femi looking in for the signal from sophomore QB Max Hickey on the sideline. Femi hands to Davis. Davis right side. Looks like he has it. Although the MRA coaching staff signaling 4th down. We'll see. It is 4th down. So no gain on the run from Dolan. We'll see it again here. Caden Pace now in the ball game. Jeremy Ramsey near side, wide left. Babalola in the gun. Now, on the Coach Rodcast, I talked with Ricky Rodriguez about the offensive line, who has gelled but hasn't played together until this year. Here's Babalola on 4th and 1. He has way more than one. There goes Femi. Is he going to take it to the house? Femi Babalola is going to take it to the house on 4th and 1. Touchdown, Raptors. What a huge touchdown run from the 29-yard line of the Raptors, if my math is correct, that's a 71-yard touchdown run. And there it is. Femi Babalola puts Ravenwood back on the board 24-20. And here's Carlos Guerra with the extra point. I'm the only one making noise in the press box right now. 2:09 to go in the third quarter. Guerra looking to make it a 3-point ball game, and he does. 24-21, just like that. We needed something. I was talking about the young offensive line gelling, and there they gelled together. Coach Rod and I talked about it in the Rodcast. Here's Guerra's kick one more time. Great job. Josh Hosford, Grant Gullett, Lucas Goose, Lucas McCullum, Cam Fazalot leading the way for Femi Babalola to take it to the house. 71 yards on 4th and 1. Don't forget Drew Parker was in the game at tight end as well, blocking on that play. Senior tight end. Also on the basketball team. Femi played basketball last year as well. And Jack Henderson comes on for the kickoff. So Guerra kind of struggling on his kickoffs tonight. Henderson getting the chance. And there goes Jack. It's a shallow kick, lands at the 19. Picked up by Case Thomas, it looks like. Patriots 24, Raptors 21. And the Raptors defense needs to keep coming up big here, like they did at the end of the first half. Paul Hickey with you. Raptors football. There's the end of that play. Thomas wisely picked it up. It kind of got stuck in the ground there for a second. I like being a one-man show here. One-man production show on the road. Got one more road game next week against Lipscomb Academy before we come home to play Green Hill, where I'll have a little bit of help on the production crew. Home at Ravenwood. Stockett, hands off. And Jenkins is demolished by the Raptors defensive line. Matt Anderson in there as well, along with Sawyer Akers from the safety position. Samuel Stockett had a great last drive. Before that, hadn't done much since the early on in the first quarter. Really, the difference in this ballgame is a blocked punt returned for a touchdown by Jack Poole, who's also played well at running back tonight for the Patriots. Stockett back to pass, goes long, and completed. And this is Case Thomas again for a huge gain all the way into Raptors territory. I'm going to show it to you again here. Case Thomas from Samuel Stockett. 1st and 10 from the 39. Here's Stockett again. Fakes to Jenkins. Out to Case Thomas again. Hurdled Wyatt Appleton and Sawyer Akers on that play. I'm going to show you this one again. Not enough for another first down, though. So it'll be 2nd and 3 from the 32. Hurry up offense here. Here's Stockett. Handoff is to O'Kane. Third down. So Raptors finally slow down the Patriots after a couple of big plays. 3rd and 5 from the 34. Need a big play from the defense here. Here's the end of that last play. Stockett thought he drew Husak into the neutral zone, but he didn't, and now there'll be a timeout. So we're going to take a quick break. Be right back. Raptors down 3, third quarter. Check that. That is the end of the third quarter. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this. All right, we're back to start the fourth quarter. MRA 24, Ravenwood 21. 3rd and 5 from the Raptors 34. Colton O'Kane in the backfield. Stockett. Looks like he's out of the game. O'Kane in the Wildcat. O'Kane up the middle. Met by the Raptors front. Taken down. No gain. No gain for O'Kane. We'll take a look at that again. So big stop on third down. 4th and 5 now. Stockett back in the game. O'Kane still in the game. 4 wideouts for the Patriots. Stockett looks left under pressure, escapes the pocket. He's going to be taken down right at the marker. Right at the marker. This is going to be close. Raptors obviously signaling for the possession of the ball. And the Raptors have it. Raptors stop the Patriots on a huge 4th down. Here it is. You can see how close it was on the dive there. And Nathan Moser missed the first tackle. He would have been caught in the backfield if Moser would have had it. However, Raptors get possession. You see James Nelson's reaction to the ref's call. Fired up. Gotta love it. Big play for Ravenwood. Down 3 with the ball in the fourth quarter. 11:16 to go. Babalola leading the offense, looking to make another big play to lead us down the field. Fakes the handoff to Dolan, has a man caught far side of the field. Looks like Longley. We're going to see who it is here on the replay. Gain of about 6, 7, 2nd and 3 from the 37. It was Sai. Here's Femi again on the keeper. Femi looks to take another one to the house, but he's pushed out of bounds. Almost had another big one. Another Raptors first down. You're about to see it on the replay. Femi turning on the Jets late in this ball game. Huge. We've talked about Maverick and his rushing ability. He was our leading rusher last year. But look at Femi go. Turning on the Jets. He says, I've got some wheels too, everybody. And it's 1st and 10 from the 49. Raptors almost into Patriots territory. Femi fakes the handoff, looks left, has Sai again. Another 6 yards. Femi feeling it. Jared Peterson out there now. Near side. Davis Dolan in the game to Femi's left. Drew Parker in at tight end. There's the last completion to Cy Longley. Femi back to pass, fakes to Dolan. Steps up in the pocket. He's going to run it. And he's going to get the first down himself. Out of bounds at about the 41. Great looking drive here by Ravenwood. Here's the last run. Babalola on 2nd and 3 is going to pick up the first with his legs. Fun having a replay. Femi in the gun. Hands to Davis. Davis left side. Picks up about 3 before he's taken down. Senior Davis Dolan, the ball carrier. 2nd and 8. Here's that play again. Dolan picks up 2, stays in the ball game. Peterson near side, wide out. Looks like Macias far side, but to be honest with you, I can't tell. Dolan on the carry. And nice patience there by Davis Dolan. Waiting for his blockers, letting it materialize, moving the chains. Raptors pick up another first down. No flags. I don't want to jinx it, but there have not been many flags since the first half. Please don't give it the announcer's jinx, Paul. Look at this run by Davis. Nice job by the senior running back, Davis Dolan. Fan favorite at Ravenwood. Femi in the gun. Fakes to Dolan, looks left, has time. Has Cy almost picked off. Might have been Macias on the left side, not Cy. It was Gavin. Gavin or Cruz Kelly. I see a 3. Here's this last pass. Broken up, almost picked off. Gavin's 83, Cruz is 13. It's late at night. Past my bedtime. Babalola on the designed keeper. And he trips after a gain of about 3. So it'll be 3rd and long. Drew Parker in the ballgame at tight end doing a nice job blocking. Vlach is out there too, Charles Vlach. So this 2 tight end set. Caden Pace in the ballgame now. Spelling Davis Dolan. We need a 3rd down conversion here. Keep these chains moving, and we get a timeout. So we'll be back. We'll take a quick break. Official timeout. Looks like Ravenwood has 2 left, and MRA has 3 left. .908 to go, 4th quarter. 24-21. Third and 8 from the 28. 9:03 to go. Femi in the gun. Fakes to Caden. Looks to his right. Has a man. Complete. Jared Peterson. Another big catch. Jared Peterson. We missed him last year. We got him back this year. Big time catch down to the Patriot 19-yard line. Pace to Femi's left. Offense set. Fakes to Caden. Femi has it on the keeper. A little option play. Picks up a couple. Clock running. 8 minutes to go. Peterson split right. Pace in the backfield to Femi's right. Flatch and Parker in at tight end. Cy Longley split wide left. Femi with the hard count. Doesn't work. Looks over at the sideline to get the play call. Femi now takes the snap. Over the middle. Just a little high of Peterson. Almost had a touchdown there. Through the hands of Jared Peterson. I'll tell you what, Femi had a slow start tonight. I was dogging him a little bit about his accuracy. He's played very well in the second half when it matters most. Credit to this entire Ravenwood program, traveling to Madison, Mississippi, Madison Ridgeland Academy. 3rd down and 8 from the 17. 7:48 to go. Femi fakes to Caden, looks to his right, has Jared, and he's down. Big time catch again by Jared Peterson on 3rd down. We're going to see it again here, and it's 1st and goal from the 6. This is huge. Get ready. Femi stays in the ball game. Caden to his left. Drew Parker at tight end along with Charles Vlatch. Jared Peterson in the game. We're going to get another timeout here. And this is an MRA timeout. So we'll be back in a minute. We don't go to commercial breaks in the 4th quarter. We keep it right here. 7:24 to go. I'm Paul Hickey on the Raptors Football Network. Thank you again for joining. We appreciate all of your support. Another shout out to the Raptors Red Zone, the families, all of you who supported through our Lift-a-thon. We had the big Lift-a-thon fundraiser not too long ago. Raptors fans watching from around the globe. Parents, coaches, teachers at Ravenwood, administrators, the entire Ravenwood community, you have all made this trip happen for us. We've had a blast. 7:24 to go, down 3. 1st and goal from the 6. Let's see if we can make something happen here. Last 2 Raptors scores came on touchdown runs from Caden Pace and then a 71-yarder on 4th and 1 from Femi Babalola to answer a O'Kane touchdown. And here's Femi Dolan to his left. Plenty of time in this ballgame. Parker set. Femi has it. Evades tacklers, hangs onto the football, maybe picks up one. Here's another look at that last play. See the 2 tight end set with Parker on the right, Vlatch on the left, Dolan to Femi's left. Parker missed the block there, and Femi, no gain. 2nd and 8. 2nd and goal from the 8, technically. Peterson split right. Femi takes it left himself. Has a little bit of room. Dives! Down at the 1. Almost got in. We'll take another look. Femi with a great run to even pick up any yardage on that. And there is a Maverick Chance sighting, ladies and gentlemen. Maverick Chance and Femi Babalola in the game at the same time right now. We have not seen this. And a timeout. Official timeout. 3rd and goal from the 1. 6:36 to go. We'll see if MRA picks up on this or not, but Mav and Femi in the game at the same time a minute ago. We'll see if it stands coming out of this timeout. Paul Hickey with you, Raptors football. We'll be back in a sec. Long officials timeout, and we're back. See if Mav and Femi come in together. .636 to go. In case you were wondering, it is 3rd and goal from the 1. Big moment in the ball game here. Raptors can take their first lead. Maverick Chance to Femi Babalola's left. Femi keeps it. Touchdown, Raptors. Femi Babalola on the keeper, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. Raptors take the lead, 27-24 on a big-time drive, finished, capped off by a touchdown run from the senior quarterback, Femi Babalola. Here you see it again. Mav to his left. Femi takes it in. Here's Carlos for the extra point. .28-24 Ravenwood. Carlos Guerra. 6:33 to go. Raptors have their first lead of the ball game. Started slow. Didn't look great in the first half. Put a couple field goals on the board at the end of the half. Remember, Wyatt Appleton's interception on the Jalen Pollard tipped ball with less than 90 seconds to go in the first half was huge because it's a momentum shift. It was 17-3 at that point. It becomes 17-6. Then Raptors receive the second half kickoff. Raptors get a touchdown from Caden Pace. O'Kane then comes down and scores for MRA. Femi on 4th and 1 takes it 71 yards to the house to cut it back to 3. Now Raptors get it back and go score on a Babalola 3-yard rushing touchdown. And this is Henderson's kick. It's a shallow one. He doesn't have as big a leg as Carlos, but something must be going on with Carlos and the kickoffs because he's kicking extra points, but not kicking off. And the Patriots get it at the 30. Jack doing well, though, in relief of Carlos. .626 to go in this ball game. Raptors with their first lead. Let's see if the defense can keep it with Samuel Stockett in at quarterback. And Jackson Jenkins back in at running back. Stockett's pass is to Case Thomas again. Thomas has had quite a night, chased out of bounds by Wyatt Appleton. after a short gain of about 4. We'll see that again real quick here. Brittany Hillier, the athletic trainer for Ravenwood, out on the field now, checking on a Raptor. Officials timeout. .6:17 to go. Hope everyone's okay. We'll give you an update in a sec. Raptor down on the field, getting up now. I want to say it's Sam Rowan. I'm not sure. It's Husak. That's Hudson Husak. I saw a 5 on the jersey. I apologize. 5 on the jersey. Thought maybe it was Sam. It is Hudson Husak. Slowly walking off the field under his own power. Ravenwood training staff by his side. Hopefully this isn't serious. So the reserves on defense: Grant Lucas, Jacob Whitkin, Connor Shave, Tristan Sulla, Colin Ramsauer are the reserve linebackers. Samuel Stockett in the gun. Peyton Husak in the game still. He and his twin brother Hudson are the starting middle linebackers. Hudson just limped off. 2nd and 6 from the 34. Stockett back to pass. Pressure from Danny Brown. Stockett steps up in the pocket and hit by James Nelson. And Jay Little in the ball game. Little came in to replace Husak, and now sprinting off the field is Nathan Moser. Jacob Whitkin in the ball game. Crunch time here for Ravenwood. And this is O'Kane on the carry. So between Jenkins, O'Kane, and Poole, the MRA run game has been pretty darn good tonight against this Raptors front 7. Stockett on 2nd and 1, hands to O'Kane again, and O'Kane gets out to the left side, 1st down and more, before he's taken down by Danny Brown and Jay Little on the tackle. So MRA marching right back down the field with their powerful offense. 5:24 to go. Raptors up 28-24. Stockett in the gun. Ball on the 31-yard line of Ravenwood. Stockett looks over at 2 big poster boards every play to get the call, as well as some signaling from the sideline. This is Jackson Jenkins met in the backfield. Big stop by Sam Rowan. Raptors needed that one. Peyton Husak in there as well. And we're going to take another look at it. There's Stockett looking at the poster boards. Which one has the play? We don't know. He does. And there's Sam Rowan. Boom. Live action now. 2nd and 12 from the 33 after the loss of 2. Jenkins stays in at running back. Raptors D needs to keep the energy up. Jay Little. Jalen Pollard in at safety. Appleton and Nelson are the corners. And Stockett taken down. Matt Anderson. Huge sack by Matt Anderson. Let's take another look at it. Anderson shoots the imaginary 3-point shot after taking down Samuel Stockett on this play. And it's 3rd and 24, a loss of 12. There it is, Matt. And Stockett with O'Kane in the backfield. A lot of people in the press box screaming to take a timeout. By people, I mean Coach Corey Davis above me. I can hear him screaming, call timeout, and the Raptors do. Timeout, Ravenwood, courtesy of Corey Davis, one of my favorite coaches here at Ravenwood. And 3:58 to go. 3rd and 24, ball on the 45 of the Raptors. We'll be right back. And we're back. 3rd and 24, ball on the 45. Jay Little has come in and done a nice job in relief of Hudson Husak. Stockett drops back, rolls out to his left under pressure. Has a man tipped. Again, almost picked off by Ravenwood. Tipped by Danny Brown and Jalen Pollard. Great play. So it'll be 4th and 24 from the 45. Raptors defense holding solid. Lucas McCollum, Sam Rowan putting on pressure. Number 85, Sutton Gutting, also playing well, bringing some energy when we need it. Jay Little out there. And then you've got Wyatt Appleton, Jalen Pollard, and Danny Brown, all been solid all night. And the punt team comes on. Jack Dalton punts it away. No return. It's going to be downed inside the 10-yard line by the Patriots. So Raptors fans, we have the lead. We have the ball. 3:40 to go. Here's the punt one more time. Selfishly, I want to go home on a happy bus tomorrow. I want to go back to the hotel on a happy bus tonight. We'll see what happens over the next 3:40. Your Raptors have the rock and have the lead here in Madison, Mississippi. Field position isn't the best, so we got to be smart with it. I've said several times in this broadcast tonight, this has been the trip of a lifetime for these boys. Young men, young athletes at Ravenwood. Femi in the gun. He's got Davis Dolan in there. Davis takes the handoff, picks up about 3. We'll look at it again. Picks up 1. I apologize. My eyesight to the far side of the field at night is not great. 2nd and 9 from the 9. There you see Davis Dolan picking up a yard. Femi Babalola, 2 rushing touchdowns. He scored the last 2 touchdowns of the ball game. Hands off to Davis Dolan again. Davis fights for tough yardage. Strong young man at the running back position. Picks up a couple this time. And it'll be 3rd and about a long 5. They'll call it 3rd and 4 after this run by Davis Dolan. Third and 4 from the 14. Femi's going to take it himself. Can he pick up 4? Maybe. It's right at it. It depends on the spot. And this is going to be tough because they give it to him. They give him the first down. That's a big first down. Let's check it out on the replay. Raptors fans, that would have been a tough call there because it would have been 4th and inches from like the 19. But here it is. Femi falls forward. And they get the spot that they need. There you go. On the close-up, you can see it. So good call by the officials. Caden Pace in the ball game to Femi's right now. And a flag comes in. Jeremy Ramsey talking to the official on the far side. And Ramsey's going to get yanked for Cy. So Cy comes in. The penalty was on Ravenwood. Not sure if it was on Jeremy or not. But false start. Cruz Kelly in the ball game. Near side. Cy Longley far side. 1st and 15 from the 15. The bad news is back them up 5. The good news is it's still first down. And there's 1:42 left, and we're up 4. Each team has 2 timeouts left. Femi hands to Caden. Caden has it and more. There goes Caden. Huge run all the way out to the 49-yard line. Caden Pace, junior running back. We all know him. We know the family, the lineage of the Pace running backs at Ravenwood. Caden with this huge run. 1:32 to go. 28-24 Raptors. Look at Caden Pace. How special is that? Big time run. Great blocking by the tight ends. Charles Valach, Drew Parker. Blocking by Cruz Kelly there as well. Caden has it again up the middle. No gain. Maybe push back a yard. But the clock is running. Now MRA will take their second timeout of the half, I believe. And we'll take a break. MRA has 1 timeout remaining. 1:02 to go. 2nd and 10 from the 49. Raptors up 4. We'll be right back. Paul Hickey with you on the Raptors Football Network. 1:02 to go. Quick game recap. Big plays. Interception by Jaden Pollard. Jalen Pollard. I don't know why I said Jaden. I apologize. Jalen Pollard had a big pick in the first quarter. Hansford field goal. Jack Poole, tight end on a run. James Downer block punt, caught it, ran it in for a touchdown. Raptors down 14-3. Then we got a 17-3. Then we got a Wyatt Appleton pick off a Pollard tip. Guerra hit a field goal right before the half. Raptors received the ball, scored. This is Babalola on the keeper, picks up about 9. 52 seconds to go, and the clock is running. MRA is going to take their final timeout now. As I was saying, scored on a pace TD to start the second half. 2-point conversion, Cruz Kelly. That cut the game to 3. Colton O'Kane touchdown, made it 10 again. Then a Femi Babalola 71-yard run on 4th and 1. Cut it back to 3. Babalola then had a 3-yard touchdown run to put the Raptors up 4 after a Carlos Guerra PAT, and here we are. Big-time stop by the Raptors defense on the last drive, and some big-time runs by Femi, Davis, and Caden to get us to where we are. It's 3rd and 2, 51 seconds left. Not over yet. Ball on the 43 into Patriots territory. Paul Hickey with you on the Raptors Football Network on my birthday. Cruz Kelly, near side. Raptors essentially 2 yards away from sealing the deal here. Femi in the gun. Takes it himself. He has it. He's got it. First down Raptors. 44 seconds and counting. There it is. The scoreboard says 1st and 10. The officials have not. They have. First down Raptors. There it is. Here's the replay. This should do it. I don't know why the clock is not running. Here it is. It's running now. 39. And we're going to get the victory formation here for Ravenwood. Raptors are going to win 28-24 at MRA. This is huge. This is huge. Victory formation. Cruz Kelly, Cy Longley there. Femi's going to take it. He's going to kneel. That's the ball game. Thanks for joining me on my birthday, everyone. Raptors get a win. What a trip to the SIP. Here you see the celebration. And it is a quiet press box here at MRA. I am the only one celebrating. But our guys, our young men, look at them down on the field, winning in class. Congratulations to Coach Ricky Rodriguez, his first win in his first game as Ravenwood head coach. The changing of the guard at Ravenwood has happened. It's official. Raptors are 1-0. Have some unfinished business this year. And this is just the start. Jalen Pollard doing a backflip on the field. There you can see. Thanks again for joining me, everyone. It's going to be a happy bus ride back to the hotel tonight and a happy bus ride tomorrow from Madison, Mississippi, back to Brentwood, Tennessee, as we celebrate the victory. These young men deserve it. The Ravenwood community deserves it. Thanks again, everybody. For everyone at Ravenwood, the administration, the teachers, the coaches, the parents, the families, all of you, I'm Paul Hickey. Have a great night. Oh, and we'll see you next week at Lipscomb Academy. Go to ravenwood.football for the live broadcasts.